You're watching the news in the English language. Thank you for tuning in. Our first story of the hour is an award ceremony for the Republican contest for selecting promising managers, Tarakiyot, or strategy. It has just finished this morning at the Academy of Public Administration under the President of the Republic of Uzbekistan. To enter the contest, applicants had to have at least 3 years of experience working in managing positions and be 30 to 45 years of age. More in the following material. The contest is based on the principle of taking the best of the best, giving them the opportunities they need for growth before setting them forth into managing positions in the Republic. After receiving and processing applications, the number of candidates who were recommended to proceed was 3,825. In total, there were 16 nominations which touch on all spheres of life. There were 5 stages after that, during which contestants wrote tests, competed in producing analytical papers, and challenged themselves in other ways. 150 people made it to the final stage. This last trial held in store examinations in the form of resolving situational problems and an interview before a commission in respective nominations. After all that, there were 50 winners and 100 finalists. These are the people who were honored at the awards ceremony. The contest is more than a valuable tool for lifting the best of the best into the positions where they can make a strong impact. It also allows those who work hard to discover their potential through the many contest stages and trials, even if they do not win. Now the massive contest for public managers will be held every 3 years. We will give you a more detailed report about the contest in our next broadcast. A forum titled Government Procurement, the Basis of Broad Opportunities for Entrepreneurship Development was held in the capital. The main purpose was to exchange views on relevant issues in ensuring broad inclusion of business entities in the public procurement process, as well as to analyze existing problems and ways to solve them effectively. One of the important aspects of budget expenditure is public procurement. As in many other countries, our government pays careful attention to reforming this system. In connection with that, a series of measures are being implemented to ensure procurement processes' effectiveness by using electronic commerce systems, raising competitiveness by broadly involving business. The e-commerce system uses 5 methods: online stores, auctions for reducing the initial price, tenders, contests, and procurements from a single source. The entire public procurement system is based on openness and transparency, competitiveness and objectivity, the same principles that are important for attracting the private sector into the economy and raising the trust of investors in the internal market.
I think from our experience in supporting many countries in reforming the public procurement system, we have advised and we have seen the tendency to use the procurement system as a leverage to promote the development of local industries and entrepreneurs, particularly the small and medium enterprises. Now, from what I heard from the business community is very important in terms of the requirements, how modern and performing procurement system should be. I think they were very pertinent on 2 points. One is the transparency of the system and the use of more electronic means or digital procurement. The second is extremely important, as I mentioned in my presentation today, is the pre-engagement of the private sector in a procurement strategy or process.
The forum continued in plenary sessions. In each, participants, including experts, discussed issues that concern entrepreneurs. In particular, they addressed the improvements of legal documents in the business sphere, carefully considering and dissecting suggestions from small businesses and the private sector. In a different conference hall, the discussion centered around creating a favorable environment for developing industry and attracting entrepreneurs to it, as well as improving the system of product standardization and certification. Another important issue, opportunities being created for businesses, technical expertise for building plans, and public-private partnership. The participants spoke of reforms in healthcare, construction, architecture, urban planning. Recommendations, suggestions, and tasks for the future were voiced. The forum's constructive dialogue, which also included a video conference format, permitted for all of the country's regions to participate in the discussions of issues and solutions. Our next report is about the activities of an Uzbek-Chinese joint company producing electric meters. This equipment has the advantage of 100% automation and high measurement accuracy compared to the models used before. Said Ahmad Askarov will give you the details.
Another example of the Uzbek-Chinese cooperation. a joint venture equipped with the state-of-the-art and innovative technologies. The main objective of this joint venture is to produce and supply modern electronic meters in order to establish an automatic system of controlling and calculating electric energy consumption. Specialists at the opening ceremony talked about producing and establishing the automatic controlling and calculating system for electronic power here in Uzbekistan. More than 950,000 meters are planned to be installed in 24 districts and other cities so far. By the end of 2020, over 7 million consumers will be provided with electric meters. It is quite obvious that the necessity for electric meters will continue to increase. The primary advantage of our technology is the capability to measure much faster and accurately compared to the meters in use at the moment in Uzbekistan. We have further plans to expand our meter manufacturing projects in the near future, which will allow us to modernize the present system to fully automated one. Aside from that, we're considering opening a mini techno park here, where we will be producing other similar technological solutions. Up to this point, the company has supplied state-of-the-art electronic meter technologies to consumers in Tashkent, Andijan and Fergana, according to the contract made on March 1st, 2019. They're planning to supply high-tech meters worth $1.9 million across the republic. The enterprise has created nearly 60 jobs. Its current production capacity is 1.8 million units per year.
We cap off this news bulletin with Uzbekistan sports news. Let's take a look at what Alimjon Hassanov has prepared for us this time.
The Tashkent-based Huma Hockey Club will play from the 2019 to 2020 season in the higher hockey league. The Uzbekistan Hockey Federation said in a statement, at the moment club is preparing for the upcoming prestigious international contest. Huma will hold its first official match away game in the WHL on September 10 against China's Tsingtao Hockey Club. The first match in Tashkent will be held on September 26 against the Russian Dynamo Tver. In the higher hockey league, 32 teams from Russia, China, Kazakhstan and from this year, Uzbekistan will participate. WHL is a professional ice hockey league in Eurasia and the second highest level of Russian hockey. The Huma Hockey Club was founded in 2018 and back in 2019 played in the first championship of Uzbekistan Hockey League and will be stationed in the recently built Huma Ice Arena. Uzbekistan Super League Club Football Club Surkan improved their side with new players for the second phase of the league. Surkan side in contracts with Serbian players Darko Stanovic and Vladimir Bubianka, Ukrainian Mikola Agapov and Brazilian Pedro Ribus club's media department. Football Club Surkan will resume their participation in the league with Football Club Nasaf clash at the Surkan Sports Complex. Fener Surkan is an Uzbekistani football club from the city of Termes, which is the administrative center of Surkan region of the country. It was founded in 1968 under the name of Chegaracha. In the following years, it changed its name several times. Currently a member of the Pro League of Uzbekistan, the second times in the level of importance of the country's football division. Back in 2017 season, club took the 4th place among 14 teams in this league. Since 2005, Football Club Surkan began to participate in the First League of Uzbekistan. Until today, Football Club Surkan participates in the Pro League of Uzbekistan. With exactly 1 year to go before the start of the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, the organizing committee has at last unveiled the design of the medals that will be awarded at the Games next summer. The intricate designs, which will adorn all 5,000 medals, reflect patterns of the light in order to symbolize the energy of the athletes and those who support them. The designs also represent how athletes strive for victory on a daily basis, as well as the Olympic themes of the diversity and friendship. As sport fans across Japan have a particularly close connection to the medals thanks to the Tokyo 2020 Medal Project, a landmark recycling initiative which ensured that each one has been molded entirely from metal extracted from recycled consumer electronics over the past 2 years. The organizers of the Tokyo 2020 Medal Project are hoping that this drive for a sustainable society will not end with the Olympic medal themselves. They are now calling on business owners, local authorities and the Japanese public to continue donating used household appliances to reuse the metal for community purpose, including the creation of medals for the local sport events across Japan.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you again in a few hours. Have a good weekend and take care of yourselves.